Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to Formula Virtual Racing. My name is Evan and I'm not joined by my partner in crime tonight, Brendan. I'm going solo for this one and we are live for the Dutch Grand Prix here around Circuit Zandvoort. Qualifying's just started. For some reason I loaded into a car, so we just had a slight delay from retiring from the car, and of course the race start might be a little bit buffered from retiring. That shouldn't cause too much, as we can see some drivers about to start the qualifying laps. We have 18 drivers, or 17 drivers on the grid here tonight, which is a really great turnout, and we'll have a really nice Grand Prix. It's really dull here, so I wonder will we see a wet race? That could be possible. We're on board with F1 Hub here as he's coming around the tricky section, down the fast downhill right-hander. You'll get a very nice exit, or you will not get a great one. That made no sense. The Williams of P&P Mac. Oh, Marcus Dahl's parked on the exit. Has to make his way through. It is very, very dull here in Zandvoort. But the early parts of this qualifying session, we can see everyone on the softs, apart from P&P Mac, who's on the mediums, which is a slightly odd choice, but of course, it is normal as Iron Apple goes fastest with a 1:11.1. His fellow friend, Gabriel Joe. Oh no, sorry, Gabriel Jones is beaten by his teammate. Junior Spans goes quickest, beaten by Insecure, who are on board with F1 Hub here. Where can the Englishman go? P1, 1:10.04. But that's instantly beaten by home Grand Prix driver Daniel Kemper. And it can't be beaten by Ferrari teammate Thomas Main. So Thomas slots in behind the Williams of F1 Hub. We know he is one to watch, as reported across by the new Formula Virtual Racing News at FV_news on Instagram. Make sure to check it out for the latest Formula Virtual News. It's beaten by debutant Art Apple Gamer. Goes quickest in the Alfa Romeo with a 1:09.4. which is a huge lap, so we can see some very quick laps. We'll run you through the order. We have Art Apple Gamer goes on provisional pole, followed by fellow Dutchman Danny Head Kemper. F1 Hub P3, Dart Fever P4, followed by Marcel in P5, Gianni Cure P6 in the Renault. Of course, two Renault drivers, Gianni and Summer, both reserve drivers. Junior Spams goes P7, CJ goes P8, followed by Iron Apple in P9, shot under P10, followed by Bourbon in P11, Blue Dragon P12, Summer Wintertime P13, Scalawitch P14, and we haven't seen laps from P&P Mac or Jane. Still waiting on times from two drivers here. We did see an improvement there. I believe it was Marcus Dahl going P9. Of course, he is a Mercedes driver, but he's in the Red Bull for today, as that seat was occupied. He was very late here. He wasn't expected to race. P&P Mac actually disconnected, I believe. He's back, however. So, very quiet on track. We have Juicy Juice. Oh, looks like he's gone for a second lap. Scrapes the wall, keeps it out, and he is still in, but he's taken out a braking board there, I believe. That is going to be a very awkward one for the drivers who don't use the racing line assist, but we'll have to wait and see. So, still waiting on 2 lap times. P&P Mac, of course, and Jay Ratcher. We have Art Apple Gamer quickest, and we see everybody is now P&P Mac saying, yay, another qualifying session room in FV. You're back in the session, however, so Juice is into the pits. We see a lot of drivers on out laps. Of course, there could be some big shocks in this Grand Prix. We might see a debutant win for Art Apple Gamer here. A very fast driver, but has not made his debut in the Racing League. We could see a second win of the season. We see the racing points. Also, having a strong result. Of course, main driver Aaron McFall has left and he's replaced by Gabriel Jones. Oh, yellow flag in sector 3. Somebody run off. No, I believe it was just a caution. Might have been a slow car backing up their lap as we see F1 Hub. We'll go aboard with him again for this lap time. People Max left the session, so I really don't know. It might be some internet troubles. We'll give him another invite very, very quickly. Now, we apologise for this, but of course we do have to get everybody invited. We stick on board with F1 Hub. Homer J. Jay Bratcher's got a 5-second grid penalty for collision with Blue Dragon. F1 Hub was very wide. There was a car in his way on that lap. Yellow flags all over the place. People are back in the session. Here comes our Apple Gamers with the fast right-hander. Oh, he's nearly lost the car. Big kick. That's a great catch for the Alfa Romeo driver. Nearly loses the car, but just about keeps it. It was down into the little hairpin and into the back straight. It's only a very small back straight. Yellow flag in sector 1 and 2. There's a Ferrari off. It is Thomas Main. He's gone off at the same point Danny Kemper has. And could we see some spots of rain on the track? Is that what the issue might be coming out of that corner? That could be why everybody was rushing out. If one of our drivers is watching the live stream, would like to let us know if there is going to be any rain in this session. That'd be a standing working out Apple Gamer. He improves by 0.2. Danny Kemper into the pits, F1 Hub into the pits, now Fever is going to be into the pits. It's Cura also in, Junior Spam's also invalidated, Marcus Tall's actually in the lap. That's a purple sector 2 from Marcus Tall here. This could be a good lap from the Mercedes and the Red Bull. I've got a comment on my screen, but I haven't got one on the laptop. Mac is left again. Our Apple Gamer has just got past. Some of the graphics are slightly delayed. Marcus Tall goes P2. Danny Kemper been annoyed with the driving standards here, but I believe my timing screen is about 30 seconds behind, because we did get that Apple Gamer fastest lap notification a little bit late, but we did see it on the timing screens, and we have Juicy Juice P4. It's a very nice lap indeed from Juicy Juice, and this is putting Championship Challengers R-FIFA further down the order. Of course, current Championship leader is this man here in the Ferrari, Danny Kemper, but it's still dropping Thomas down the order that slight bit more, which he really doesn't want, because the race is where the points are scored. That is where you need the points. My laptop isn't working. Oh, Danny, I believe, has got a penalty here, because I've got that notification. A lot of invalid lap times. We have a grid penalty for Jay. Danny Kemper's got a speeding in the pit lane warning. I don't believe... No, he hasn't got a penalty, but it's probably hampered his lap time. And now I won't make that pun. Marcus Tall goes P1. 109.0 for the Red Bull Racing ex-McLaren driver. He's a McLaren driver in a Red Bull car, but the standings and points, they'll still go to Mercedes and the... So Pimpy Mac having some more internet troubles here, really annoying for him. We hope he can get them sorted for the Grand Prix. And we hope he can get a qualifying lap in as well, because that would be really annoying to have Arundi Hayes with a very good shot here today. 0.2 of our Apple Gamer, I believe, in the qualifying or the time trial mode of the game. Oh, it's people breaking the it's people breaking the brake marker boards now. That is really annoying. But oh, Darth Fever is around at turn 1, off the curb and around. Not a good qualifying session so far for Thomas. But Darth Fever, he's out. He's out of the session. And so is Blue Dragon. And I've completely missed that. But they are out of the session. Not great at all for Thomas Main here. The championship challenger is out. There's a yellow flag in that sector too. That is not really great for the Ferrari driver. He is out of the qualifying session. You can see Shadowhunter coming out of track. Iron Apple currently on a lap here. We have Iron Apple and Iron Apple, so drivers clearly like apples is what we've heard. Now this is Gabriel Jones on board with the brand new Racing Point driver. He's actually ran out of ERS. It's going to be an improvement. It is. It's 4/10 and it puts him in P11. And Iron Apple Gamer's out of the session. So I think the problem here is everybody breaking the braking boards. We're going to hope we don't have to restart, but that might be inevitable. Because that might be inevitable here, and I believe we've more cursing in the comments. Yes, we do. That's why they're not appearing on the YouTube chat. But yes, of course, the comments will appear if they do not have curse words. We have them quite muted, but they still appear on my PS4. CJ has spun, and he's killed PNP Max AI. So PNP Mac will start from the back of the grid, or not necessarily from the back. He will start near the back as do some grid penalties, and some people behind him still. So it's not terrible. It's just awful, really, for PNP Mac. 3 minutes 50 to go, and I can't really see anybody taking this pole position away from Marcus Tall. This is a very good qualifying for him to get some good points for the Mercedes team. Aaron saying, even if I stayed, I still wouldn't be able to race. Yes, he did end up spraining his ankle today, and we do wish him a swift and speedy recovery, of course. No injury is a nice injury, so we wish him a speedy recovery, and we hope he can get back to league racing soon. And reports coming in that it was F1 Hub who broke the braking board, so that might be under review. That will definitely be under review. I'm saying it might be under review. It most definitely will be under review in the race stewards. We have a 3-sector yellow flag, and the timing screen is going haywire here. F1 Hub is actually invalidated as a lap. As Juicy's used to set a purple sector 2, sorry. Marcus Tall's pole position might not be all said and done here for the... I keep saying Red Bull, he's a Mercedes driver. And that's an invalidation for Juicy, who's very unfortunate. We have Gianni Cura also on a lap here in the Renault. He's beating his team out of summer-winter time. Juicy's out of the session. Obviously he doesn't have enough fuel in to set another lap time. And we're back. We apologise for that. My PlayStation controller's just completely died on me. We're back live now, and Shadowhunter's got a 5-second grid penalty. Everything happens the minute I look away from my screen, as its Cura has managed to go P5 in the Renault. That is a mega lap. CJ also on a lap on the downhill right-hander. Oh, he's ran on slightly on the grass. Let's have a look at Danny Kemper's time. He's improved by 2/10. That won't be enough for pole position unless he can have a mega huge sector. He's a bit more ERS than normal. No, won't be good enough. 3/10 improvement. He set the exact same time as Ardapple Gamer. But of course the rule is Benjamin did set it earlier on in the session. So he will finish ahead. That is very, very close for the two. Danny retires from the session, obviously. What can Marcus do? Can he improve further? He does not necessarily need to. He's on provisional pole. Unless CJ or Iron Apple's impacted his lap, he won't be making an improvement. Unless CJ can... He also won't be making an improvement. Scarlet Witch runs very wide through that hairpin, but still gets a nice exit. Bit of a kick of oversteer, but all A-OK on the car front. Final chicane. Around the final turn, don't run too wide, invalidated. Marcus is out. He does not necessarily need to improve. We'll only have Iron Apple, Scarlet Witch left to improve their times. Everyone else is in the pits. I'm not sure what happened to Scarlet Witch there. The car drastically slowed down. We have another comment going in, I believe. No, that is just another viewer. Thank you all for watching. Iron Apple's also on a lap, but it's not going to be an improvement here for the Racing Point driver. So Mark Stahl on pole position for the Formula Virtual Dutch Grand Prix, followed by Iron Apple Gamer. Danny Kemper Championship leader will start P3, and his main rival, Thomas Main, will only start P8. Because one problem we will encounter at the start of this race is I have been spawned into a car. I'm not necessarily in spectator mode, so this could become a slight problem. For the race start, of course, I'm just going to retire on the circuit and pull off to one side. We hope we don't get a safety car or anything, and we will. It's Cura is seemingly in a McLaren now, so that is odd. Summer's on an outlap, so. And now he's on the gravel. So, here is your full qualifying results in Zandvoort. Mark Stahl, the Norwegian, starts on pole position for the Dutch Grand Prix, followed by Iron Apple Gamer in P2. Danny Kemper will start P3. Duke Marcel Magiero P4. Gianni Kerr will start P5, followed by Harry Junior Spams P6. Thomas Main Junior Spam P7. Thomas Main P8. CJ will start P9, followed by Gabriel Jones in P10. Costas will start P11, Scarlet Witch P12, Borbune will start P13, followed by Blue Dragon in that's John Michael in P14, Summer Winter Timer Liam will start P15, Jay Butcher P16, and PMP Mac will start P17, and of course I won't be starting. So of course in this game, if you do retire in the formation lap, you do still get put in your car, so we will have to sort that one out. Of course the AI is on it is on a low difficulty, so do retire, it won't jump anybody at the start. So pole position goes to Marcus Stahl here in Zandvoort. We get ready for the race, which is starting now. That's perfect timing for the Formula 1 intro to start. I'm on the grid. I do not need a strategy. Let's see what the predicted strategies will be while we're here. One advantage to this, we do have a soft to medium. We have lap 12 soft, lap 24 medium, and a 16 to 20. And we have a medium hard, so it's a definite one stop. Here we're in an AlphaTauri. We do have drivers starting behind us, so we will have to be very cautious of them. We have to be very cautious of them at this race start. This is gonna be a. It's Jay, so he doesn't know. We won't be racing. I believe if you pull over to one side of the race start, we will be absolutely fine. Can we retire on the formation app? I do not know the gears on this. Can we retire? No, we cannot retire, so this could be a bit difficult. We're going to get ourselves disqualified here. This is very difficult. This is very annoying. Dragon isn't passing me. I'll say hello to our friend Jack up at the top of the hill here. This is the track. Of course, you want to come around here. There's a Mercedes even. Iron Apple Junior Spams is there in the racing point. Of course, we can just fly past.
Radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now.
There is the radar. It is clear according to Jeff. This is the first. You never normally see Crofty driving around the circuit on the formation lap. So, of course, Codemasters being very, very excellent again. And yeah, Codemasters being very clear. We have a couple of medium starters. Oh, we've an Alfa Romeo around of Iron Apple Gamer. And we do have CJ here in the Alfa Romeo. He's a debutant. Will fly up here past Thomas as well. And he's just hit us, so that's amazing from Thomas. And we've been disqualified from the grid. We're going to get a message to Jay out very quickly to tell him that we will be pulling over to one side. So, of course, we have the drivers lining up. There is Iron Apple Gamer. We have the Williams of PMP Mac and Blue Dragon left to finish. And we will get underway here in Zandvoort. Here is the grid then. We are going to jump the start, of course, to get out of the way. 5 red lights. We go racing. Jay's jumped the start. Down into turn 1 we go. Of course, we're going to retire. We hope there's no crashes or any action. Down into turn 1. This is taking very long. Here we go. Marcus Dahl still leads with Danny Headkemper. He's got the jump on Iron Apple Gamer. Juicy Juice P4. Round we go. Down into the hairpin. Juicy Juice P5, it's Cura P6, F1 Hub up to P6, sorry, Junior Spam P7, Shadowhunt to P8, Iron Apple 9, Dark Beep is down to P10, and he's looking to attack Iron Apple as we come round the hander, the racing points side by side. Here comes Dark Beep, he's hit Junior. There's going to be damage on the Ferrari, he's hit Junior. Marcus Stahl leads here in Zandvoort, have a lap, yellow flag at sector 2, we have a virtual safety car. And Danny's passed him on the VSC, or has he? No, he hasn't. So we have a virtual safety car here. Is somebody out? Iron Apple's out of the session. Oh, he spun, and he spun on the virtual safety car because... Oh! God, which has hit the retired car. Alan has big damage, I believe. He's got a 5-second penalty for a severe collision. That's annoying, is the only thing I can really say. As Junior Spams has pulled straight across Danny Headkemper and is into the pits. Iron Apple Gamer also. We're still under VSC. Now we go green. Marcus Dahl has got a bad getaway. Danny Headkemper side by side takes the lead in Zandvoort F1 Hub. Oh, he's run very wide and he's run across the gravel. He's run very wide and he's going to drop all positions. It's a horror race for Ferrari so far. Danny drops to P6 after briefly taking the lead, which promotes Iron Apple Gamer up. Gianni Cura's in P3 here. He's got past Juicy Juice. What a Grand Prix so far after 2 laps. dropping down the order. I see a drive-through penalty for speeding in the pit lane for F1 Hub, as Danny's going to look to get past the Englishman now. The Englishman is under a bit of controversy for breaking the braking boards in qualifying. That is not allowed, of course. We see the gap up the front. It is 4 tenths now. A bit of a mistake from the Alfa Romeo driver. Of course, hasn't did much practice. Did about an hour of practice today, I believe. But here we go. Lap 2 at 36. Art Apple Gamer. His second position. Marcus is into the pits. That is an odd strategy for Marcus. Does he have some damage? We're going to watch this stop. PB Max, that's the fastest lap, and it was a drive-through. Marcus had a drive-through. So this promotes Art Apple Gamer into the lead of the Grand Prix. Gianni Cura is P2. This could be a shock podium for Gianni here in the Renault. Danny chases, he's back up to P3, he's got past F1 Hub, P&P Mac P5 here. Here's the predicted strategies. Some people have made their stops, I believe. There's the stops, yes! Only the top 8 haven't pitted. There's position change. We have Art Apple Gamer up 1, he's set up purple sector 3 now with a bit of free space. Gianni Cura's up 3, Danny is still in P3, F1 Hub up 2, PP Max up 10 to P5, CJ up 3, Marcus down 6, Blue Dragon up 9. Oh, a bit of a gear there. Juicy down 5 to P9. Costas up 4. Down FIFA down 3 and is out of a point scoring position. Junior P12. Bourbon P13. Summer P14. Skylowitch is P15. As she did hit the racing point. Homer is chasing the Mercedes. Oh, yellow flags. Sector 2. I believe there's been a crash. No. Shadowhunter has just hit Thomas, I believe. Oh, we have Bourbon, who is around the Mercedes, or is scoring points for the Red Bull today, just in the incorrect car. Down in P14. Art Apple leads 1.7 over Gianni Cura, who's been chased by championship leader Danny Headcamper for the Ferrari team. Of course, Ferrari dominating so far in this championship, but they have not had a good qualifying. Well, they did have a drive in P3, Thomas was down in P8, and he is now dropped to P10, but of course has made a pit stop. Here's your tyres, so Juicy on the hards, Costas also on the hards, so is Bourbon and Homer. The rest on the mediums. I believe everyone on the hards did start in the mediums, and of course they don't want to avoid making 2 pit stops, but Danny is going to look to get past the Belgian Gianni Cura here. We have 3 Belgians on the grid today. We do have Gianni, Summer, and of course Thomas Mains. 3 Belgians on the grid. Gianni running very wide. Danny in the DRS, we're wide on board. Look at the slipstream he's gaining down this main straight. Who can break latest? Danny Headcamper can. As Marcus does set a fastest lap, he's gone. Oh, he still is on a set of softs. He served a drive-through. Here comes Danny. Doesn't want to do anything too reckless. I believe his teammates got past Blue Dragon. Yes, he has. He's backed off a little bit here, Danny, purely for safety purposes. Doesn't want to go for a reckless move into this downhill right-hander. Gianni wants a slight bit wide, but gets a bit more exit curb, which there is 2 lines through that corner. But it is an easy spinner if you are on cold or old tyres. So we wait and see, can Danny find a way past Gianni down the straight? Gianni is no slug in the straight line, as Marcus gets past CJ down for P5. We have a beautiful helicopter cam here in Zandvoort. Look how much Danny gains in the slipstream, because Danny is right on the back. Homer's got another penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And it's very unfortunate for Jay. He's having an awful time. Danny's run very wide. He will get a warning for that. But right into the slipstream. Here comes Danny Headcamper. We're gonna ride on board. Jinx right. Gotta be an easy move for the Dutchman here. Gets up into P2. And I believe Gianni's... Oh, he's hit him. He's hit him. We have a yellow flag. Jay is out of the Grand Prix. And I really don't blame him. But Gianni did tap Danny Headcamper. Well, not that I don't blame him. He's had an awful race. I didn't mean to say I don't blame him. He's crashed. Nobody's gonna blame him unless it was literally his fault. But he didn't hit anyone else, so there's nobody to blame. And that is your TED Talk with Evan. And here comes Danny. Blue Dragon gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. PB Mac is up to P4 somehow from P15. So he has had a mega result. And when we see it on the grid there, I want to check, does Jay get a penalty for jumping the start? Yes, he did. So, unfortunately, we've caused Jay to jump the start. Oh, Darfee's had a huge moment behind Marcel, nearly spinning into the back. That would have been very, very unfortunate. He's really not having a good race here, is Thomas. As we go back up the front, the gap 4.3. We'll have to monitor and see, does it come down between Aaron Apple and Danny Hetkemper. Marcus back up to P5. He got past CJ, who's just had a slide, but has caught the car here, has CJ. And Harry F1 Hub is the last of our pitters. So the way it's looking, we'll go to the gap for the leader, but side by side, Juicy Juice and Thomas. Thomas takes the position in a very, very easy way, because Juicy has to run very wide. There's the gap to the leader, so if the leader's pitted now, they would actually get out in front of Thomas. So that is key to know. Here's the gaps, 14 seconds separates Thomas and Harry F1 Hub, but of course, Harry's a quick driver and he won't let that come down easily. Did beat him, of course, in qualifying, so he is quicker on a one-lap pace. But I know myself better than anyone. That doesn't necessarily mean you're quicker in a race. Danny now P2 and gaining a lot. He's gaining an awful lot here. He's dropped off in that turn, but of course that is his Apple is on a straight. And I believe Juicy might look to make a move on Thomas here. No, a bit far back. He's not going to make a move. Summer could possibly get past Junior. Spams, who's AI, he's disconnected. This Junior, don't know if he'll get back into the session. Oh, Summer's run very wide. He's made a bit of a mistake. We'll give Junior another invite, and we'll get him back into the session. Hopefully. Oh, that's not Junior. That's Juicy. The real Junior guy. And somewhere we can see going through turn 1 very faintly. Of course, you can't. You do have a blue screen, and the names are not loading. There is Junior. We apologize for that. We hope nothing too drastic happened. We do have a yellow flag. So has someone spun? I believe Blue Dragon has. I'm very unsure though. There's a Haas going very slowly, I believe. Or there's a bit of a battle. Costas has got past Thomas. Has Thomas made a bit of a mistake? Thomas is around. Thomas has spun. Oh no, the race has gone awfully for Thomas. Championship challenger Thomas Main is around, and I think he's had enough. I think he has had enough. He can't get back on as Bourbon is there. He's losing positions left, right, down the scale, which goes past the Ferrari, so does Blue Dragon. And Thomas is now at the back of the grid. And spins again, and he has damage, and I believe he's going, I think he's had enough here. Oh, he's just pulled straight across drivers. Has he been lapped? I think he has. And he's out. Yep, that's definitely... Thomas has definitely had enough here. As PMP Max got past Itzkura down the main straight, but we have our championship challenger spun around. He hasn't had enough. He's still going. He's a lap down, however. He is one lap down, but he fights on. Thomas lives to fight another day. His tyres would be very hot, and he's going straight into the pits. Let's see, can Thomas salvage some points here? Safety car. Thomas is out, and we have a safety car. Dart FIFA is out of the Dutch Grand Prix. He is out of the Dutch Grand Prix. Championship challenger Thomas Main will not score points today. Danny will increase his championship lead if he can stay in P2, and this is going to benefit the top 6 here. CJ's pitted on the complete wrong lap. He pitted the lap too early. But this is going to benefit P&B Mac and Itskura definitely here. Under safety car, they will get a free pit stop, and we have the gaps. Of course, they don't lose as much time. They definitely don't lose as much time, so we do have some more pitters. Juicy and Summer into the pit lane. Put on another set of tyres. And we're definitely gonna get some try to get some post-race reactions there. Everybody into the pits. Let's hope the Williams don't double stack. Oh, Harry's backing off to stop that. And let's see, we might get some people jumping in the pits here. Here's P&B Mac. He's not going to jump Danny. And Marcus jumps the Renault, as the Renault did have to get a wing change. Marcus is back up to P4. And Harry has played that one beautifully for the Williams team. He will not get caught in the pits for a double stack, as he is ready. This was the lap they would be pitting on anyway. So that was very beneficial for Thomas there, and we're gonna actually. Marcus has hit P&B Mac, has got a 5-second penalty for it. I might have some damage. Gianni's gone on softs. Oh no, Gianni has gone on softs. Gianni is on softs. That's not the beneficial strategy. Or maybe it's just a glitch, because I could have sworn he went on a set of hards. But oh, CJ's in the wall. Oh, we've just caught the. Hold on. Somebody said Benjamin spun. I've not noticed that Danny's leading. Danny is leading. Ben has spun. All chaos happening. The two Alfa Romeos both spinning on the one lap. This is chaos. We've had 11 laps of chaos here. Who knows? P&B Mac might end up winning this one. Anybody could win. We might even see CJ. No, I'm joking. Marcus is back into the pit. So is Ben. He's nearly hit him. Marcus and Ben both in the pits. Both have front wing damage. Yep, both have front wing damage. This promotes P&B Mac, Gianni, Cura, and F1 Hub up a position. Promotes Junior Spams and Costas as well. The Alfa Romeo's double stacking promotes Bourbon as well. P7. Oh, CJ's a 5-second penalty to serve, so he is going to lose a big chunk of time to. He loses to Juicy. Could lose to Summer here, and he does lose to Summer, which might also pass CJ under safety car. Yes, the Mercedes will. Blue Dragon will not. As these will all definitely catch up to the pack. It is a very short lap around here. They do not have that much to catch up to. But yeah, we've had a lot of chaos. We have 3 retirements, excluding myself obviously, so don't correct me for the maths. Commentator, so there'll definitely be retirement. As Gianni is on soft, so I don't know what his strategy is here. Might be an incorrect tyre on. Might be an incorrect tyre graphic. It definitely could be, but it is very, very chaotic here in Zandvoort. So another thing to note here is P&B Mac is actually suffering with his stomach a bit. He's been getting sick all day. He doesn't have much energy and hasn't eaten much. And he's running P2, so this guy needs to be drug tested by the Formula Virtual Steward. So Crab, if you're watching right now, we need to get a drug test at P&B Mac's house. very quickly. Bourbon has hit Junior, and I don't know how, because there's an AlphaTauri in the way. Costas going very wide to warm up his tyres. He's nearly hit Harry, and that would have been a disaster. Junior needs to go back past him, which he does. The safety car will be in this lap. Ardap P8, Marcus P9, and Mohamed's out. That's three names you would not expect to see that down low. So Danny leads, and this could extend his championship lead by an extra 25 points. Going into this race, he was leading by 2. Wins today with a fastest lap, he gets 27. Costas has got another 5-second penalty. He did serve his other one, but he's got another one now. Will we see a safety car in this lap? Quite possibly. Yes, we will. We will see the safety car in this lap. We will see racing resume. We will see some more chaos and carnage. Here we go. We get ready for the restart. We have a lot of drivers on hard compound tyres. Junior is going to have to make a second stop, but so is Gianni. He's definitely going to have to make a second stop. Danny, we're going to watch on board to see when he bolts away. He's activated his overtake. And he bolts away. Gianni's been... P&B Mac's been caught out. There's carnage at the back. Ardapple Gamer's out. Ardapple is out. He's spun coming off the final corner with cold tyres. He's out down the inside of P&B Mac goes Gianni Cura here. F1 hub up to P4. We've had carnage at the back of the Grand Prix. Ardapple Gamer's out of the session. Juicy's hit him. Juicy's hit Ardapple here. Gianni Cura is fired up and is on the back of Danny Kemper already. These soft compound tyres really coming into play for the Renault. Could he possibly go to the end on these? We've had carnage at the race start. Max Tall up to P6 and is in a Williams seemingly. There's Marcus in the Red Bull. Look at Gianni, 3/10. These softs really working for him. He's going to look to make a move into the chicane. Gianni Cura, oh, he's touched. There's a bit of a touch. There's contact made. We're going to hope there's not too much damage. We'll have a look. Nothing visible, but of course there might be some light tap of damage. Here he comes down the main straight. Goes Danny Kemper, leads after the safety car. But he's got to be spiced up straight away by Gianni Cura on the soft compound tyres. He's going to make a dive. He goes for it. And gets it done. The Renault takes the lead of the Formula Virtual Dutch Grand Prix and is going to fire away on these soft compound tyres. He's 21 laps to go. We've seen Sebastian Vettel do 36 laps on these. Could we see Gianni do 36? We could have a shock win here in Formula Virtual. P&P Mac is P3, so a podium would equal his 5th podium finish in a row. Marcus Tall has gone past Costas and the AlphaTauri. Summers up to P7. Which up to P9. CJ is the lead. Alfa Romeo as his teammate is out. And Junior is coming out of the pits. If somebody knows what happened at the back of the grid, I barely caught it because I was skipping through cameras angles to get the best look at the safety car restart, but Gianni's already pulled out the DRS at Danny. This is a huge stint needed for Gianni. Marcus has got past Harry, and he's up into P4 as the Red Bull and is on the charge. He's in the mediums, remember. The mediums, I can imagine, will go to the end. We've seen Junior do 10 laps on them, and the only reason he pitted was for front wing damage. P&P Mac, sorry, we'll get the, yeah, that is the graphic, so that is 1.2 tenths on this track, of course. It is not a lot. Marcus is going to look to fly past the Williams. The Red Bull is on a different level on these medium tyres. The way this race is going, we could get more safety cars than we did in Monaco. We only got one in Monaco in a VSC, but a VSC and a safety car here. This could be crazy. Of course, it was a bit of a boring race in Vietnam. Wasn't the best race in Monaco, but by God, we're having a race and a half here in Zandvoort. Marcus goes down the inside. Very close are the two, and he's going to try a little bit of a switchback. Here we go. The Williams of Harry is going to look to get on the back of this battle. Don't want to run too wide, or you'll get a compromised exit. We go down the main straight. This is going to be definitely done before we get to the end of this main straight. Pulls to the right hand side. Marcus takes P4. Very aggressive defending from P&P Macbeth, because you expect that from him. He does not want to lose this podium position. And the gap at the front has come down to 3/10. A mistake might have been made. Shadowhunter into the pits, serves a penalty. Blue Dragon's going to look to get past CJ. Danny he's really caught up to Gianni. Gianni's tyres already started to die. They might well have, as Marcus is catching up to Danny. Danny's gonna have to get a move on if he wants to win this race. He's gonna have to get past Gianni down the main straight, because Gianni is on the softs, but the Renault still needs to pull away from Danny if he still wants to win this race. He needs about 20 seconds for a pit stop. Stick with this battle for the lead, as we imagine there's going to be slipstream and DRS for Danny Kemper here. Down the main straight. Here he goes, pulled to the left hand side, a very aggressive swipe. Goes down the inside and takes the lead of the Dutch Grand Prix. Gianni's pulled a very clever switch back on him. Very nice defending from the Renault. Here we go, lap 18 out of 36, down into the slow hairpin. Gianni breaking early to save his tyres, which is what he needs to do on the softs. I still don't get why he went to softs. I don't get that at all. But he clearly has a strategy in mind. Oh, there's some battling in the middle. Pack's got a witch and CJ. Here comes CJ. He's going to go for a very aggressive move. This is very dangerous by CJ. And he pulls it off. That is a very snazzy move by CJ, and a very, very nice one indeed. And he takes P7. Here comes Marcus. He's right on the back of this train. We have the Gianni train. Of course, F1 has the Trulli train. We have the Gianni train. Virtual safety car. Shadowhunter's out. Has he spun somewhere? He has. Junior's a good bit away from it, so we might miss this one, but he's spun in the long right-hander. Gianni is in the pits and is going to get off them softs. I don't think that stint has worked out for him. So is Harry. He's in the pits as well. Yep, there's Costas, and Junior nearly hits him as well, so that would have been not great. Gianni in the pits. So is Harry. They're going to get off those tyres. Harry, Gianni, both going to go to mediums, I imagine. So, 12 drivers remain, 19 out of 36, the way we're going. We might get a couple more retirements. We go green, as Margaret got it. Danny's got a penalty! He's got a drive-through penalty for speeding on the virtual safety car. And the carnage resumes in Holland. Danny will get demoted as he does of a drive-through penalty. What is going on in this race? He's gonna pit this lap, I imagine. As it's brightening up nicely here in Zandvoort. It'll be a lovely day for a barbecue, but it's a lovely day for racing. Danny doesn't pit, he will do another lap. But oh my god, the carnage resumes. Oh, Marcus has hit him! Marcus and Danny have touched! Marcus has gone into the back of Danny, and I believe he's front wing damage. Everything is going wrong. Yes, he does have end plate damage. He's gonna have to pit, which means this is gonna promote P&P Mac into the lead of the race. I did say P&P Mac. Costa saying if I could, Costa putting a nice meme in the chat. That gave me a bit of a chuckle. But we get back to the chaos here in Zandvoort. Marcus's front wing damage. Danny has a drive-through. This is crazy. This is crazy. Our two quickest men on track. It's Baku 2017. It's Baku 2017. Vettel gets a penalty. Hamilton has to fix his headrest. Danny gets a penalty. Marcus has to change his front wing. Danny's pulling away, so there's definitely damage on that Red Bull, but both probably will pit this lap. Danny is in. Marcus stays out. Damage obviously isn't that bad, but PNB Mac is gaining. And he's gaining very quickly. This will promote Gianni back up to the podium, I believe. Actually, no, it won't. Danny only has a drive-through. He doesn't have to make that pit stop that costs that extra 2 or 3 seconds. So Danny will stay P3, and he will be on the hunt. PNB Mac yellow flag, sector 3. Has somebody gone off? Oh, Blue Dragon has spun coming out of the final corner. Doesn't have damage? No, doesn't look like he does. Yet no visible damage. So of course visible damage is definite damage. He could still have a little tap. My graphics have decided to vanish. And here comes PNB Mac. 3/10 is the gap. And he's definitely going to look to make a move on Marcus, who is suffering hugely with this damage. He's not going to go for a dangerous move. He knows Marcus has big damage and he does have a significant pace advantage. Does the Williams, but he doesn't want to make a mistake in the dive bomb that could cost him a potential race win. Marcus breaks the slipstream. PNB Mac goes down the inside. They exit the corner. Marcus Stall is leading, and as they exit it, Jack Redmond takes the lead of the Dutch Grand Prix in the Williams team. This could be the first non-Ferrari win so far this season. The Williams driver leads and has to go on a huge stint. He's got his podiums. Could this be a race win? But here comes Marcus. We're not going to jinx Jack just yet. Marcus still does have a bit of damage, however, and is losing time. He should just pit and get that fixed. He should definitely just pit and get that fixed. As Danny is gaining on him so quickly. Gianni's also gaining on Danny though this is a crazy race. Danny of course didn't pit for tyres. And we run down the pack. The Mercedes P9 and P10. Of course the real Mercedes is P2. It's in a Red Bull. And 2019 Mercedes is in P12. Harry's got a corner but penalty. PNB Mac is running very quickly is what I was going to say. Marcus is in and is going to fix this damage. He will lose the spot to Danny Headkemper. Yep, there he goes, flying past. Gianni Cura is going to run P3. Costa saying, should I play Heart of Courage on my mic YouTube Championship style? No, I wouldn't advise you to do that. Each driver is in their own party, I believe, so that would be pointless. But I still don't see a need for that. Marcus goes on the soft compound tyres and comes out behind Harry F1 Hub, so he's going to try to get back past him. CJ running P4, considering he was backwards under the safety car. That's not too bad a race, has CJ. Gianni is losing some time to Danny, but Danny's losing some time to Jack up in front. Jack is having a great race. He started P15, I believe. He did. He started P15. And he's leading after 24 laps, 12 to go for the Williams. Easily doable on a set of tyres, won't have to make another stop. And just think of this. That safety car by Thomas has cost Danny a potential race win. Well, still could win. Still 7/10 is the gap, and Danny is a madman, but they both have equal tyres and both have equal pace, I think. As the gap between CJ and Gianni is 9 seconds. It's calmed down a little bit here, as PNB Mac is going to lap the AI of Junior Spams. Oh, bit of a battle here. Scott Witch gets past Blue Dog for P8. Very good overtake. well, I didn't see the overtake, but I'm going to imagine it's very good. Scarlet Witch normally makes some pretty snazzy overtakes. Blue Dragon's really struggling with a set of hards. Danny's got a 3-second penalty. So keep that in mind if he does catch up to the Williams. I don't believe Jack has any penalties. We're going to double check that right now, and we do have a bit of breathing space here in the room. He has 2 warnings, so he's going to have to be very careful that he doesn't get a 3-second penalty. But of course, Danny now has one as well. Bit of breathing space. Shadowhunter's left the session. Yeah, my microphone's been mute that whole time, so as I was saying, I don't know how long it's been muted, but Danny does have a handy. CJ's in the pits, and is going to get off those tyres. Yellow flag. Shadowhunter's joined again, but we have a yellow flag. I'm not sure what's happened there, but CJ's losing positions. Danny gets a 3-second penalty, and what I was saying was Marcus wants to get double points for the Mercedes team, but of course, he isn't a Red Bull, but he's in the wrong car. His points still will go to Mercedes. Bourbon's disconnected from the session, so that will hand P10 to Juicy Juice, I believe. Of course, they are significantly quicker than the AI. The AI are on a low setting. They're on 60, I believe. So all our drivers drive well higher than that. Some of them driving, of course, the full 110 AI. 10 laps to go as we see PMP crosses the line for 9 laps to go. Still setting very good time. 112s, he's setting. We've seen the disconnected Mercedes of Bourbon. PMP Max to navigate the Mercedes here. Of course, the AI pull over and let you right through. As the gap has come down slightly, but Danny is going to actually have to navigate this Mercedes as well, so that he will still lose about the same amount of time, and the gap will come down. Or the gap will go up even. Danny's really pushing. Danny really wants this win. Sorry, I know I keep forgetting. Gianni Cura is pulling away from Marcus. Even though Marcus is setting flying sectors. Oh no. PMP Mac is disconnected, and we're going to get an invite back to him straight away. But that has opened this race right up for Danny. We're going board with Bourbon to see, yeah, PMP Mac's disconnected. That is so unfortunate for the Williams. We're gonna hope he gets back in the session really quickly, but Danny has gained so much time. That is so unfortunate for Jack. We're going to give him another invite and get him straight back in this session. Of course, we want him to get straight back in and back racing again, but there's not much we can do here. Danny, although there's a left car now in the way. Danny's navigated that lap car. But Danny does have a 3-second penalty, so if Jack can get back in now. He still could catch as Danny goes past P&P Mac here. As we're just getting P&P Mac another invitation. He's gone offline. So that could be the end of a possible win for P&P Mac, and it's just sad really. As Danny goes past the Williams. Although I think Jack's back. Yellow flags. Summer has spun. Summer spun. Oh, CJ has spun. CJ spun, and so has Summer. I can't tell if Jack's back or not. No, he's not. Jack isn't back. And now Gianni's gaining on the Williams, and so will Marcus. So the heartbreak goes on. But he's back. P&P Mac is back, and that rhymes. And he's still within 3 seconds. So the win is still on. If he gets back in, he has to get back in now, or he is going to be passed by Gianni. Gianni struggling with the lap traffic here, so we can't go on board with Gianni. P&P Mac is still AI. We need him to get back and take over. Here comes Gianni. Oh, goes for a reckless move. Oh, goes for an absolute reckless move. We're just giving P&P Mac another invitation to get him back in, because I did the same Danny Driver, who's disconnected, but he's got back past. Danny now leads 4.7 seconds over Gianni, who's now 1.3 seconds over P&P Mac. And we'll go back on board with that AI car. Did you check, is Jack back? No, he's not back, and he needs to get back in. He's back. P&P Mac is back, and I love that rhyme so much. I'm actually proud of it. Oh, he's ran wide. He's just been hit by an AI car. We're gonna hope he doesn't have damage. Oh, he does, I believe. Pineapple Gamers left the session, so he was still here. So that's dedication. Marcus now gaining on the Williams, as I don't have any timing graphics whatsoever. They're gonna start appearing back. Yes, they are. 4.1 P&P Mac is the catch. He's on old tires, but I know Jack very well, and I know he is going to be absolutely bullying. That's the only word to describe it. Absolute bullying. And if he gets back within 3 seconds of Danny, well, what he needs now is really a safety car, and he needs somebody to supply one. CJ and Scarlet Witch having a battle. Scarlet Witch goes down round the outside, but CJ keeps the car in there. He's on the soft compound tyres, side by side, up the little bit of a left hand, and true, the left-hander, the proper left-hander. That's a right-hander. If you're on board, it's a right-hander. Still a bit of a battle going on here between the Alfa Romeo and the Mercedes. It's a very enjoyable battle, I have to say. I believe Scarlet Witch will keep this one. Or no, CJ is on the softs, and he's gonna look to get back past. Of course, two-time race winner in F1 Split 2 is CJ. He has beaten me on 2 occasions, so I'm not gonna mention that. There's a huge kick of oversteer to CJ, but he's gonna get the DRS here, and he's gonna get the his overtake button, which will definitely be pressed, or it won't. Yes, it is. Never mind. Switches left hand side into the brakes. Skanowicz runs very wide. CJ's gonna have to avoid tapping that back wing of the Mercedes. And this is a great battle for P6 here. We say best of the rest. It's not best of the rest because the two Ferraris, well, one Ferrari's out. Oh, very close. Very close to the two. CJ on for a bit of a reckless move there, but Skanowicz takes the line. The Mercedes is allowed. The Mercedes is weaving. That is not allowed. Not allowed weave. But CJ goes down the inside. No, has to back off. Because a lot of people go for overtaking moves there. I don't find an overtaking move spot myself. 3 laps to go. We have to check, does Gianni have any penalties? No, he's a warning, so maybe Mac has to gain this one on the track. What is Danny looking like for penalties here? I should have checked it while I was in the race director. He has 3 seconds on 2 warnings, so another penalty. He could lose this. Oh, yellow flag. CJ's around. I hope there wasn't a coming together between Skanowicz and CJ. I didn't see that one. I'm sure we'll have a clip from after the Grand Prix, as I do know CJ does record his races. .8 the gap between Gianni and PMP Mac. 0.4 the gap between PMP Mac and Marcus. Marcus tries to go down the inside. PMP Mac covers his line. Marcus is around. They've touched. Marcus is around. PMP Mac closes the door, and Marcus spins and is going to not get that position. I was going to check Marcus for penalties, and I still am. Oh, he has some 5 seconds. He has 2 5 seconds. Oh no, he's pitted twice, so they are served. There was a coming together there, so that hasn't benefited either driver. Oh, yellow flag is Blue Dragon around. Blue Dragon's in the wall for the McLaren team. He's in the wall and he's front wing damage, and he's not going to lose the position to Bourbon. Or Borbune, or I'm not sure how you pronounce that one, but he's not going to lose the position. CJ is into the pits, probably has damage. 2.8 the gap between Iskura and PMP Mac. Danny is coming to lap Blue Dragon. 2 laps to go, does the Ferrari driver, till he can extend his championship lead to 27 points. CJ needs to stop doing that. He's got another penalty for crossing the pit lane exit. I haven't said it before, but it's happened. Is PP making a bit of a spin? He's lost a lot of time. And Marcus is getting PP Max AI again. I think it just gets worse. It just gets worse and worse as Marcus is gonna go back. He's gonna go past the Williams. And that demotes Jack off the podium. I don't think his teammate is going to catch him, but it just gets worse for Jack. It really does. The kid doesn't get a break. He really doesn't. And he's gonna have to come back from this one a lot stronger, but it will take a lot of willpower. He's joined back again, but it's just really heartbreaking with all it is. Yellow flag in sector 3. I believe that was just Jack getting back into the race. It just gives an automatic yellow flag. But we're on to the last lap, and it will be a second win in a row, I believe, for Denny Headcamper. Look, the positive side of things, we've had a great race here in Zandvoort, and it's going to be a second race win in a row for Danny Headcamper. Through the middle sector, yellow flag. Who is it? I don't know who it was. I don't actually have a clue. It wasn't Skanowicz. I believe it might have been Borbune. I'm unsure. But here he comes into the final sector, and this has been a great race for Danny. Luck was definitely on his side. He had a lot of luck. The retirement of his teammate, the retirement of our Applegamer, and the disconnection of PMP Mac, but still beats it all, and Danny Kemper wins in Holland and takes a home Grand Prix win. Gianni Cura finishes P2 for Renault. What a drive! What a drive! And what a drive for the Belgian! Marcus will come across P3. PMP Mac will come across P4 in what is to be a heartbreaking race for the Irishman. It's going to be a 4-5 for Williams. A great result for the Williams outfit. Oh, Juicy's had a big slide. Gianni's taking P2 Bog. That's a great result for Gianni. F1 Hub comes across P5. Scarlet Witch will come across in P6. The same person for a third week running has told me she's no chance of points. Comes out P6. So comes across in style with really good friend Junior Spams. Juicy Juice P7 for the Haas outfit. Great result. And here is the man himself. Summer wintertime is gonna get more points for the Renault team. Renault's 2 reserve drivers have scored more points for them than Renault's actual drivers. Summer takes P8. Yeah, that's a statistic you don't hear every day. The 2 reserve drivers for the team have actually got more points to them. Driver of the day goes to PMP Mac, and that is not the official one. Of course, the official one will be on an Instagram poll, but I have a funny feeling it will be the same man to get it. It was just really heartbreaking for Jacques. Here's your podium, Danny Kemper. Does a little dance of... He does a little bit of a dance and takes P1 today. Podium off the ground and sprays on his team boss. And here is going to be your full race results. Goes by Formula 1. He's not beside me, but I think I have to give the Formula 1 safety walk, and I'm going to give it to Gianni Cura. Gianni doesn't win. Danny wins with in first position for his second win of the season. Gianni Cura P2, followed by Marcus Tall P3 after getting pole position. PMP Mac P4, Harry P5, Scarlet Witch P6, followed by Juicy P7. Summer finishes P8, followed by CJ, who gets P9, and Blue Dragon P10 with some debut points. Borbune P11, followed by Junior Spams, and the non-finishers were Costas, Benjamin Bulwark, Thomas Main, Jay Bretcher, and Gabrielle Jones. But that is all we do have time for here in Formula Virtual Racing. Because make sure to check in the Instagram if you do want to vote for a driver of the day. I'm sure the poll will be up shortly after the race. But yes, that is all we do have time for here. And I've got another comment. Jack saying I was P1 and was going to win. Danny wasn't catching me and my internet goes. Worst luck I could have. And yes, it is. It's the worst luck possible. But yes, that is all we do have time for here in Formula Virtual Racing. We do thank you for tuning in. And thank you for watching. We will be back next week. I don't have a clue. I think it's Japan we're racing around in. I don't actually have a clue. But we will be back next week. Thank you very much for tuning in. And stay safe, stay well, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.